The vast majority of those orange cones that we're seeing are sites that are run by the private sector because we're outsourcing all our work to the private sector to do paving, to do sidewalks, to do whatever. And the private sector, usually these large companies, these large construction companies that take 30, 40 contracts at the same time during the summer, and they work at their pace. They might go whatever faster for them to have a higher profit, but they don't look after the best interests of Montrealers and the citizens. They don't look after the frustration of citizens. So we want to create an agency called Montreal, where we're going to do more work in-house, and that means our blue collars will do more paving. And the number one recommendation of the Charbonneau Commission back in the day to avoid construction, collusion, and corruption was to bring more work in-house.
Montrealers understand that we have to do all these works because of a lack of investment in the last decades regarding our underground infrastructure, water and sewage pipes. How we have all these orange cones, large orange cones, in a city where people drive at 40 kilometers or 30 kilometers. We don't need that. So that is result, not everything, but it's something. I want to forbid it. I want also to name someone that will be the boss of the streets in Montreal, really, because they use it in New York City. There's one person in charge of everything that is happening on the streets, everywhere in Montreal. Even if it's a borough responsibility, of a central city responsibility, we need someone in charge of the coordination and able to make decisions.
Valérie ran our campaign on being the mayor of the mobility. Projet Montréal, failed to do that because right now we have more construction, more ghost construction sites that we ever had. What we need to do is better coordinate the risk of doing one street with the other. I've committed to working on the artificial intelligence. There's cities that have done it. Look at what Singapore has done it. We need to work on a digital twin. We need to work on how we can better plan, because it's the idea of planning what we are lacking in Montreal right now. It's not because you change the size of a cone, because you change the color of a cone, that you're planning better. We need to make sure that the impact of the construction that you're doing, you understand the impact of the fluidity that's going to happen in your city, the impact of the merchants, on the citizens, on everybody, and that they need to do.